Hi. So what I'm going to try to do is go through the workflow for how to create a folder within our Canvas profile that is specific to the course we're working on, and that will be an accessibility folder. Now, this folder is where we will put any documents that we have that need to be checked for accessibility, such as PowerPoints, Excel sheets or documents, what else? PDFs and Word documents. Now, what does not go into this file are going to be any of the images. Those are already, they should be in unfiled or in an images folder. So these are purely documents that need to be set for, checked for accessibility, and they need to be set up in an accessibility review folder. Okay, so let's see if I can do that. I'm going to share screen right now. The other goal of this is to make sure that whatever I'm doing, I'm not delinking or need to relink then any of my course files. So the best place to do this would be if you have a Poker Shell or some sort of IOTL or BEOI or some sort of training course that you have that doesn't have actual students in it. And it's best to try to set all of this up before you transfer it to a real course. Now, right now, I don't have anything but a real course, but it is a summer course. And I'm just barely working with it. You can see here that my welcome letter still says 2020 instead of 2021. So I feel that if I mess this up, I started to edit it, but it won't be too harmful because I still have to work on this course. So the first step, for me at least, is going to be to take a Post-it note or a notebook, and I'm going to jot down the section that I'm using. So this one is going to be Poli-Sci 1, and the section is 30561 M21. And the reason for that is that when I go to my account right here on the top left-hand corner in the global navigation menu, I'm going to click on that. Normally, we already have our profile with some sort of image or avatar. I'm going to then click on the third option, which is the files option. So note that I'm doing this through the profile, the account. I am not doing this. Let me go back out here. I am not doing that here. So I'm not doing it here within the course navigation menu files. I'm not. I'm going to the account file, and then I'm clicking on the third one, which is going to be my files. All right, so one of the perils of living on a busy street is that then you hear all the traffic, all the craziness. So here what I want to show you is that I'm going to scroll down to the section that I wrote down on my little Post-it note, right? So I wrote down 30561, and that's this one right here. So I'm going to click on that just so that I select the right course that I want to do this in. All right, so now I'm in the right course right here. And I think what I'm going to do at this point here is going to add a folder because I'm in the right course where I want to be. And here it is again, it's at the top. And let me see, I'm going to move myself. You can see here that I've selected the right course. So I'm going to add a folder, and this folder I'm going to title, let's see, what would be a good title? Accessibility review or something like that. When we come up with specifically what we want you to call this, then we'll let you know. But for now, anything that you know for sure is where you're putting your documents that are all of these documents that need to be checked for accessibility. So once I have my accessibility review folder and I've made sure it's in the course that I'm trying to have include those, Then I'm going to take a look at any document that might be a PDF, and I'm going to move that in there. My hope is that I can just drag this in there. Let me see if that will work. So I was able to just drag that in there, and here seems to be another one that's a PDF. I'm going to put that right in that course if it'll let me. There it is. Now this is a JPEG, and so that I will leave where it is. This is another image, another image. Here is a doc folder. Now also I'm going to try to see if I can move my cursor to the right and click on the more options, the 3 dots on the right hand side, if that will let me rename. It lets me rename, move, delete. So I'm going to move that, and I'm going to decide, so this is where it gets tricky, because we could accidentally move that to the wrong course file, right? But here, again, I'm keeping track of the section number so I don't mess up. And I'm going to move to the accessibility review folder. And I'm going to click move. All right, so I'm going to continue to go down. Let me see what's this. That's an image, an image. That is an image. What is this right here? This document is, let me see. How do I know what it is? This looks like it's a file, and it won't really tell me what it is. So I'm hoping to be able to see what this file is without having to open it. It looks like it's a text file or a Word file. So this will probably still have to be checked for accessibility. And quite honestly, I think I'm probably not even using these anymore. But the first stage is to go through and just sort out all of these documents. And then the second stage really is to clean them out. Now, if I were absolutely certain that I'm not using this chapter 1, American Constitution, then I would probably just delete it here on the spot, but I'm not sure. So I'm going to go ahead and move that. And again, I'm going to move it to that course, the 30561, and to the accessibility review folder. All right. And it looks like I'm going to have to do that with all of these. So let me try something else out. I'm going to try to click. Oh, no. I clicked on it. Well, the good thing is it did tell me that it is a Word document. So that is good. So I know it's a Word document that needs to be checked for accessibility. So let me see if I can just get out of this, close. Now, what I'm trying to do here is see if I can go ahead, and then I can see that some of these are not published. So it's possible that this one is not even being used in this particular course. But what I'm going to do right now is see if I can click on that and then hold the Shift key and then move all the way to chapter 16. No, it didn't let me do that. I was really hoping I could do like a massive move all or something, but unless I'm just not quick here with my, so let me see, one click, sure enough, one click is enough to open it. Let me try 2 by 2s. Let me see if that will do it. All right, so that let me highlight both. Went to Shift, click again. Nope. So it's tricky, as you can see. I keep hoping that I'll be able to highlight 3 or 4 and do that, but it does not seem to be letting me do that. It sort of let me, let me highlight 2, and I'm just hoping that it will let me move more than 1 at a time, because or else that's going to be a little bit of a pain. So I'm going to move that, and let's see if it let me move 2 and 3. No. So you do have to do these one at a time. At least for now, I can't see how you'd be able to move many at a time. So we're just going to move them one at a time. I know it is painful, but I think that it's a reminder of why perhaps it's best that instead of having those, and it was a simple little Word document, right? No graphics, nothing, that maybe I should have that just right within my Canvas page, instead of having links to these pages. So I probably will go later on in and try to update that for the summer. But this is a good, it's a good place to practice this. So again, once you get into a little bit of a groove here, it becomes a lot faster, because then I already know that I'm just going to go down the list and I'm going to move all of these Word docs in. And so 7, here I get chapter 8. And I just make sure that I'm moving it to the right course file and accessibility folder. So move 9, click on that, and then 10. And then later on, what I'll try to do is double check to make sure that I haven't now broken my links. So it's all good, right? I think that the more we play with our courses, the more we find shortcuts, or the way we find a way to do this a little bit better. So, all right, so I'm just going to go ahead and do these, and then I'm going to go back in to check while I'm recording, just to make sure that all these chapter silver objective lists that I had are still in there. It's possible that these are all just remnants. 2018, it's possible that they were there a million years ago and I just haven't dealt with them. So accessibility review. And okay, so then we come to check. Now this, for example, I think this is a syllabus for fall 2018. Do I really need it anymore? I think one of the reasons we keep leaving our folders and files in here, documents, is that we're scared that if we delete it from one place, it means that we may have deleted them from a course that is now archived, right? And I can't give you that answer right now. I'm not sure that that's how it works. But one thing I could do is go and check back in 2000, this which is what? Let me see. I don't want to tell you any lies. So fall 2016 even. Don't do what I do. So I'm going to go back and see if I have an archive course for fall 2016. If I delete it from here, will it delete it out there? I doubt it. My guess is that if I went to that archive course, it would also have all of these documents, because what it probably does is just copy them over. But for now, there's no reason that PDF should be here like that. So I'm going to move it to that accessibility review. There we go, and same for this checklist. And let's see, what do I have here? I have a clip. This seems to be maybe, well, it's pretty big. So I think that this might just be like a video, a short video. That's an image. Course images, these are images. This is a PDF, so let me go ahead and move that one over. And there it is. And let's see, what else do we have here? Interview sheets. This flyer is also PDF. So we're going to move that flyer over. And I think that you get it. You get more or less what I'm trying to do here. You can see that I have a lot of these that I would have to organize and place in that one accessibility folder, so that this is cleaner here, and then any course reviewer that I have would be able to go back in and then check for that. So let's see. I'm going to go back up into my course. There, I don't have a save button here or anything. It's kind of saving as I go. And I'm going to, but I would like to check something. And I think that's just to make sure that if I'm in this file, it shows all of the ones that I've been moving in. So it does show that. All right. So let me go ahead and go back up to my course. Right. And so that was the 301. That is this one right here. Let's see how I can spot check this. So I think that within that, what I moved was an all information outline document. So let me see here. And I also moved the syllabus. And I moved the template. So I'm going to go ahead and check in this document to see if I still have that template that I gave these students. Well, here's that. I didn't move that. And here are still the cheat sheets and templates. So it seems like these are still there. And that's how you can double check. Now this right here has been checked for accessibility because it went through a course review already, and they were really nice, and they went ahead and they made this document accessible for me. But that was the only one they made accessible for me. So that means I would still have to go and check all of these other ones to make sure they're accessible. And I also have to check to see why it is that just opened up like that. All right, well, that is how you create an accessibility folder and how you move your files that are either going to be uh, Word documents, text documents, PDFs, PowerPoints, or Excel files, how you would move those in. So you would move all documents that are like that, that sort of document. And you would leave any of the images. The images normally are in a course images file or they're unfiled, but they're so easy to see. And they're also easier to check for accessibility. So right now, all we're worrying about are these document files. So I hope this helped. Okay, now to write that all out. Take care. Bye.